So I'm just leaving the harbour at Tapatia. The first of the tuna nets is visible. There's one just outside the harbour entrance, but we can come inside of that, which is nice. But it's not exactly the weather you associate with sailing in southern Spain. The orcas, we were talking to, as I said, to the Sea Shepherd guys, they said the orcas are mainly 5 or 6 miles offshore. So we've just cleared the last of the tuna nets, one at Tarifa. I'm just going past it, actually I can see it alongside the Continue. But I'll tell you what, today in the Straits of Gibraltar, it is heavenly sailing. The water's essentially flat, we're doing 5 knots, beam wind, 1 reef in each sail. Have a look. It's delightful. It's pretty stressful. Don't know what's going to happen with this ferry at the moment. Sailing into the Mediterranean. Tapatia sailing into the Mediterranean. Woo-hoo. Well, hi all, I'm Tony and this is SV Tapatya. Now, if you don't already know, Tapatia is a J. Benford designed sailing dory, 31 foot or so, 31.8 is the official length. I've never quite worked out if that's 0.8 of a foot or 8 inches. They're pretty similar either way, but anyhow, that's what she is, a sailing dory. I built her myself. She's plywood hulled on Douglas fir frames. The plywood is then clad in some fiberglass and epoxy. As I say, self-built. Now, as you may have already seen, this is now the first episode of season 3 of the Tapatia story. Season 1 was all about the build. It was the build, the launch and sea trials, and then some post-sea trial improvements, some 325 episodes. So from that you can tell that it took about 6 years to build, plus sea trials the following winter. Season 2 was all about my daughter Hazel and I sailed Tapatia from northern Germany on the Baltic Sea all the way out and down to Vivero on the northern Spanish coast. There Hazel got onto her own boat. Her boat was there waiting for her, and since then we've been sailing 2 boats single-handedly but together, and we sailed from northern Spain down and into the Mediterranean. This, as I've already said, is season 3, the start of our Mediterranean adventures. Now, the Mediterranean obviously has an awful lot of ancient culture to offer, ancient and modern, I guess, cultures to offer. But our feeling, first of all, is that we're in the very west of the Mediterranean. We've just come through the Strait of Gibraltar, and we need to make some easting. And so the first part, if you look at that coast of Spain, the first part up to Cabo Gata is very much all about easting. From Cabo Gata on, according to the resources I have, it turns into much more of a cruising ground around there, across to the Balearic Islands, and then on from there. So as I say, first couple of weeks will be about making some easting up that way. We have a couple of things we need to deal with along the way, and one of which is, the most important one, is that I need to do a haul out on the boat and reseal the output shaft on the propeller shaft of the sail drive. Around the same time I need to fly back to England for some family business that I need to attend to. But as I say, the first few weeks will be about easting, will be about the haul out, the propeller shaft sealing, and that. So let's start heading east in the Mediterranean. Back in anchor mode with the John Dickinson lit. Cooked dinner on it last night as well. A bit of washing up later. Let's have a look outside. Here is our anchorage for the night. We're just north of the marina of Grande, in that little bay there, and it's been fine actually as an anchorage. The wind we had was, there were some swells rolling in last night, yeah, very, very small. So for a while it was a little rollier, but it settled down overnight. It's been good. It's the marina wall there, obviously, Lundy Wally, and the Mediterranean, clear blue Mediterranean. So ready to up anchor now. I've got the TP on that set in, hopefully she'll work. Got the bungees on, keeping the tiller in the middle. Everything's set up, put a waypoint in the plotter, and ready to go really. I've checked the engine room, all looks good. So let's start her up. Bit of glow. Cooling water's good. Time's up the anchor. Gibraltar in the distance. That looks cool. Isn't that beautiful? What a sight, eh? As is this. This is glorious sailing. Champagne sailing, as they call it. Wow, eh? Here comes Speedy. Look at her. She is so cool in that boat. I'm doing 4 knots, she's doing 5 for sure. Incredible. What a boat. And what a skipper. Heaven, isn't it? I don't know why. Well, I thought the wind was strong enough to need a reef, but maybe not. It's settling now. With my best smug face. This is what you can do if you just build yourself a boat, guys. Oh, it's heaven. Got a good old bit of onshore breeze. Lightens things up. Making, you can't see that, can you? 5 knots, I just said. Pretty good. Getting on nicely. And look at this. So it's supposed to be a bit blowy tomorrow, so we wanted to get into a marina tonight, so we contacted a marina just over here, that way, on Navally, but they haven't responded, and Hazel telephoned them, no answer, tried them on the VHF, no answer, so we've cancelled the request on Navally and are going another about 12 miles to a place where there should be a protected anchorage, all being well. So I say, puts another 3 hours on our journey today, certainly. Yeah, making good progress, doing 4 knots towards the anchorage, and should get in by, well, 8:30 or so, I suppose, this evening before it gets dark, which should be wonderful. I was getting on, what's the time? It is 6:30 in the evening. We're absolutely flying, got a reef in each, doing 5 knots. Downwind pretty much. Some big swells come through every now and again, or wind waves out, not swells. big wind waves every now and again, knock us a bit sideways. But it's very good, making great progress. Look at the beautiful Spanish countryside. Well, it's a cosy little anchorage. Not a vast amount of room, but we squeezed our way in here, and hopefully that's going to be okay. Morning in the anchorage. And down below, coffee's made, waiting to go. Pancake dough on the go. First one's in the pan. Hazel coming over for breakfast. Yeah, one little job I've been meaning to do for a while is to empty out this cockpit locker and just see how much condensation or what damp was in there, but I've emptied it out, it's completely dry, which is wonderful. Now I just need to put everything back in tidily as well. What's this place called, Hazel? Quinquirola. It's very nice, and this is the marina here. Obviously, we're out in the anchorage. Hazel's rowing the sea. Yeah. Yesterday we came ashore and didn't have any issues. Did we? Yeah, quite happy for us to park the boat there, or the dinghy. Yeah. Well, it's a bit of a touristy town compared to Tapatia or Rota, where we have been, which are truly Spanish towns. This is, but you expect it in the Med, don't you? It's not too bad. All sorts of supermarkets and different culture, restaurants and whatever. Quite pleasant, I suppose. There's a fairly nasty looking squall coming, lightning in it, which obviously I haven't managed to capture on camera. What's our latest brilliant drink invention, Hazel?
It's a classic, never been heard before at the same time. It's water with lemon in it.
Oh man, the stuff we come up with, right?
Yeah.
Incredible. It's pretty good though.
Yeah, we should contact the patent office.
Oh, yeah, I should say so.
Tony's juice?
No, I think not. It's just leaving, and it's been a great little spot. That's time to move east. Really calm this morning so far. Hopefully we'll get a bit of breeze. It's forecast to be very light today, but we had to take the opportunity really just to go east. See how we get on. There's an anchorage at a place called Herradura that we're aiming at. Hopefully it turns out to be okay. And well, only one way to find out really. So you've got one or two things you need to sort out, because Hazel had an incident in the marina in Rota where a motorboat managed to ran into her and smashed her solar panel. So she's ordered a new solar panel. The nice motorboat owner gave some money for it, as you can see. She's ordered, and now but it took ages to come, and now it's arrived in Rota. So one of the things we need to do next week is to get ourselves back to Rota and pick up her solar panel. Well, we're not going to sail, we'll do an overland journey for that one. Pick up her solar panel and get that mounted for her, certainly. So a few things to do, but there's a couple of marina options. One sounds very, very good, not far from this anchorage that we're heading for today, so hopefully that's all going to work out well. It's about 7:45 in the morning, very calm. Progress is slow actually. Hopefully it will pick up as the day goes on. Loads of crab pots about and the sun is wickedly blinding. We're going straight into it, so it's very, very hard to see them. So far done okay, but so try and keep eyes peeled for crab pots while staring into that reflecting sun, which is pretty harsh frankly. In other truly exciting news, and actually it is very good, over there, I'm pointing you at it, is Malaga, which is a famous Spanish tourist resort. That in itself is not so exciting, but the excitement about Malaga is that it is the extent to which all the data suggests the orcas go. We are leaving orca country, and that is wonderful. According to the Sea Shepherd guys that we spoke to a week or so ago, they're not here, but and they very, very rarely are here. But this is the extent of it. So we're going out of orca country, and that is very nice. That is very nice because we've been in it since northern Spain. The Galicia certainly. They were up there when we were just leaving, and we crossed their paths. Portugal, we met a few boats that had interactions, and so we crossed paths with them down there. And so it's been a long time that we've been in orca country. And touch wood, we're just going out of it. A little bit of breeze has come in, enough to get the old thumper off for a bit, which is nice, even though I was only running it slowly earlier, but yeah, doing about 3 knots, which is fast enough to get us there in daylight. See how long it lasts. The forecast says it's going to go light this afternoon, but we'll see. All the time we get a bit of sailing, we'll take it. Lovely. Food time. Well, I've already nourished myself with a bowl of muesli so far, and this is a avocado and tomato sandwich. On these day sails, I find I don't need to eat very much really. It's a snack or two, sometimes just one. If you've got a longer sail, then you can get into more regular eating habits. Love it. Chili sauce. So I'm coming into tonight's anchorage. It's a place called Herradura, which may not be pronounced like that, but that's what it looks like at least. And it's glorious. I shall just turn the camera around. Here's the bay, and where that rocky headland there is, we're going to tuck up behind that. Hazel should be already in there with her anchor down, tucked in behind that headland there, and I shall go in there and join her. Doesn't that look lovely? Ahoy! Isn't that beautiful? Little bay we've anchored in. The houses up there looking at us. There of course is Alania Wally, and here naturally is Hazel with her anchor beer. Aye, had my morning swim. There's my towel. Lovely. Life at anchor, eh? In the mid. Got the old coffee's been consumed. Got the classic eggy toast on the go. Hey, Dickinson pumping. Well, the sounds of marina work in the background here may give you the impression that we're in the marina where my haul out's going to happen, but that is actually not the case. We've got one more hop to go to the marina that I hope to do the haul out in, so very nearly there. Next week we're going to aim to sort out Hazel's solar panel issue, which will probably be a road trip back to Rota to pick up her panel and check out the beautiful Spanish scenery on the way there. And some sailing, of course. We're working our way eastwards towards Cabo Gata. We're getting really quite close, and from there our destination will be the Balearic Islands, maybe a couple of hops up the coast further before we cross to the Balearics. That's to be decided, and onwards from there to whatever that brings. Anyhow, thank you for watching. That is it for this week. As usual, enormous thanks to the lovely people who support us via Patreon, paypal.me, and I'll see you soon.